In this video, I will talk about what I've learned on the course, how I've used that while being in the 3 years at university, and how this will help me in my future career. As I've previously mentioned, one of the biggest things that I've learned on this course is about leadership and how to lead a team. I've used all of this knowledge when I set up my own charity halfway through second year. The method that I used to organise my committee was a servant role. I've already mentioned this in this e-portfolio, so I will move on to other things that I've learned. For example, one of the biggest things that I've learned is about multi-agency working. Within my society, I made links with Emmanuel House and Framework. This was to know what best days were to go out to help the service users, and also we could get in contact and spread messages when they needed to be to the service users who obviously were difficult to contact. I've also used the multi-agency approach when I linked up with other societies within the university to give them an experience to volunteer and to get more funding, winner, basically. Another thing that I focused on was safeguarding and policy procedures. I actually created my own policy to safeguard both the service users and the volunteers that would come on the superruns. So, for example, we had a pack up and go rule, which meant that if there was ever an incident of conflict within the service users, our members would simply pack up, leave, so the crowd disperses, the conflict dies down, and obviously, most importantly, we protect our students from any risk of being hurt. Advocacy and empowerment. I obviously worked as an advocate for the service users who couldn't use access to the internet and things like that. So, for example, when we came to meetings within the society and also within the SU as a whole, I would bring up issues that the service users spoke about. For example, when it came to winter, a lot of them were mentioning the fact that it was going to get colder. They were saying that they needed things such as blankets, scarves, and more hot food. So obviously they didn't have a voice in the SU, so obviously I went into the SU meetings, voiced this, told other societies what they needed, how they could do it, and gave them a strict guideline about what to collect, where to give it, and simple, obviously, relating back to the service users. Communication was a huge thing for me. This was not only important for the teamwork within the society, but this came into other areas. For example, I coach a football team on a Saturday morning. Communication here, I would talk with both the coaches that were higher than me and my team as well. I had to learn how to come across, and one of the biggest things that I did with this actually was personal reflection. For example, there was one time where someone said that I appeared quite rude and arrogant when I was giving directions for my team to play. I went away, reflected on this, took this constructive criticism into myself, and then came back so that when I communicated more, I tried to be less confrontational, and instead of giving lots of criticism to the kids, I tried to give them more positives about what they've done and how they've achieved it. Communication also came into play with this module, with the project previously done. When we communicated as a team, we did a lot of it on WhatsApp and Facebook messages. However, we did meet up because obviously messages on WhatsApp can be misread, and we didn't want any conflict to arise there. Thank you.